Hey everyone, we have a 2024 BMW M4 Competition in the shop. This is the first time we got one in this blue. Let me know what your favorite BMW color we've done is. We got the Isle Man green, we've got black, we got this blue, and you've seen our e-copper metallic i8 that we used to have. So which is your favorite color? Let me know in the comments. But come check this out. I'm gonna show you how we ceramic coat it. Okay, so we've been having some pretty bad weather here, so our cars today are pretty dirty. So I've got this American Detailer Garage F Bomb, 10-to-1. It's gonna pump through this battery sprayer here and this battery thermos. And really everybody asks me, like, it's probably one of my biggest comments, like, where do you get this sprayer? It's actually a hot water tank sprayer for PPF that I've repurposed into using for F Bomb. And you can pick this up from my buddy who makes these. I'll put it in the comments. It's kind of custom made, a couple $100. But I like it. It's battery powered and holds a good bit, holds a gallon of F Bomb. And so like I said, we got 10-to-1 in here, dilution ratio, and this just kind of loosens up all the dirt, and it's a soap-based product. So that means, like, if it dries, it's not that big of a deal. We still don't want to do it in direct sunlight if you're looking to buy this for yourself. But if it dries, it's going to reactivate with water because it's got a soap base. All right, so typically we don't do multiple washes, but this is pretty dirty, in the wheels especially. So we're going to use our pressure washer and rinse off this initial application of F Bomb. And then what I'm going to do is I've got this nice concoction here. It's American Detailer Garage Fury, which is a pH plus soap, so it's got some cleaning power, but I also put some F Bomb inside of it for extra cleaning power. That's our MTM foam cannon. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm using iron and fallout remover on the paint and the wheels. And what we use iron and fallout remover for is when these vehicles are shipped from the factory, either in a boat or on the rail, they get pieces of metal and iron embedded in the paint. And we spray this iron and fallout remover on there to loosen that up. It has a chemical reaction, so it turns from clear to a purple, and that purple means that that iron that's embedded in the paint, and if you've ever had a light colored car, you've probably seen it. It looks like little rust spots. That turns purple and it starts bleeding out, and then we know we can remove that from the paint. And you'll be able to see it somewhat, but keep in mind it does change from clear to purple, and we got this like dark blue car, so it may be hard to see, but we'll try to point it out for you. All right, once we've loosened up the iron, we're gonna rinse and wash the rest of the car off. We're gonna agitate. We're finally gonna get to cleaning the car. And like I told you, I'm gonna use American Detailer Garage Fury combined with American Detailer Garage F Bomb for a little bit extra cleaning power. All right, so we got this extra long, double wide wash pad we just got in from Auto Fiber, super plush. So we're gonna use this to agitate and clean the car. And I'm working top to bottom, side to side, so that any dirt that I get here will go down versus cleaning this and then the dirt falling down over top of it. All right, same thing with the washing. We're gonna wash top to bottom, or rinse top to bottom rather. Okay, so probably one of the most tedious parts that we need to focus on when we're doing a ceramic coating job that doesn't include PPF is drying the car. And we want a clean, dry, smooth surface to apply ceramic coating to. Now, we don't have to polish a car, and I will do an inspection around the car to see if there are any areas that specifically need to be polished. I have a whole nother video about that and how you don't have to polish. That's a myth. But the one thing we do need is a clean, dry car. So we do have spot-free water, but we're not gonna just sit here and wait for the water to dry. So I'm gonna use this Dreadnought Max from Auto Fiber. This is my favorite drying towel. And you notice how I'm like not putting much pressure, and you're gonna see after I get done drying the majority of the car, I'm gonna come back with a leaf blower and air compressor and tornador to blow out the crevices. And so that way we don't have water leaking down on us while we're trying to ceramic coat. We don't have water leaking down after we've ceramic coated. And this whole towel can dry this whole car without question, super easily. But you notice again, I'm putting very little pressure on the car. I always try to minimize the pressure and the contact with the painted surface of the vehicle. And if you look You'll see our process so far. We'll overlay it here in a minute, but you'll see our process so far using the inspection light as a guide. You'll see there's no swirls in this paint. So everything you've seen so far has been designed to minimize the amount of swirls to zero, obviously, if ever possible, so we don't get swirls in the paint. Okay, so car is fairly dry, but I'm still going to use this Ego 765 leaf blower. It's the best one I've used, and this Tornador air compressor. We have an air compressor that is hidden away, and this between this and this, we'll get all that water out of the hidden crevices, and then we'll get to the next part. Okay, so, you know, I try to do wheels as touchless as possible because black gloss wheels, typically they're already swirled and scratched by the time we see them. And if you get up close on your gloss black wheels, they're almost always going to be, from the factory, they're almost always going to be swirled. So I try to touch them as least as possible, but these wheels are pretty dirty and they're also pretty complicated wheels. So I'm going to, you know, refoam the wheel, and then we're going to use a couple tools, one of which is going to be the barrel blade, and that allows us to get in between the caliper and the wheel. And the other one we're going to use is the wheel paw, and that allows me to kind of grab the spokes and clean it. All right, so we got these wheels cleaned up, which, by the way, these wheels are probably the most tedious wheels we ever do on the M4. They're really nice looking, but my God. But they had some really sticky residue, probably from the dealer. Could have been some tire shine. I don't know. Sometimes it comes out. So we used a special chemical, Rapid Tech, Rapid Remover, to remove that sticky adhesive to get cleaning, and it was only on the front two wheels, so who knows. But we're going to use American Detailer Garage Unity. It's our tire shine. I prefer American Detailer Garage Unity because it's a matte finish. It doesn't have that glossy tire shine. It also doesn't fling product all over the car, which is probably what happened to these wheels in the first place. A lot of times dealerships, you know, especially on wheels like this, I can guarantee you when the dealership delivered this car, they did not do a good job cleaning this wheel and tire. It's just too tedious, and they're in too much of a rush to get stuff done, so there's no way that it was cleaned right. Which is why usually when I mentioned earlier, you get cars that they have swirls in the gloss black wheels. That's one of the reasons, you know, they're just trying to pump these cars out of the detail bay at the dealer. This is a auto fiber saver, tire saver applicator. It's got these like twisted pile sides, so it gets into the grooves of all the lettering and in the groove on the inside of the tire there. Okay, one thing that a lot of people always ask us is, well, why should I bother having a professional install my ceramic coating or my protective coating? There's plenty of options out there where people can do it themselves, and that's true. And that's true with anything, though, realistically, right? You don't have to pay somebody to build the deck on the back of your house. You could do it yourself. But what happens when you go to a professional is, of course, we got a warranty. You know, we got different products and ceramic coating products, and we have the ability to correct any mistakes and prep the car properly. So for example, you know, this car in particular had residue on the wheels, and we had to use a chemical that was $100 a gallon to get that out. It's not something that the average person needs to keep around their house. We're going to correct some defects on this brand new car, and you know, for that we're going to use you know, $300 or $400 polisher, pads, you know, product that's maybe, you know, $50 for a bottle of product, and then towels we're going to throw away, and of course the cost of the ceramic coating. Most bottles of ceramic coating will last multiple cars, but if you're only doing one car, you know, you're wasting money. So all this to get to the final result, plus your time, is why you go to a professional to fix these mistakes, to have a warranty, to, you know, these little minor defects that we're going to use multiple $100s of product to correct. you would have no need to have that or buy this polisher if you're only going to use it for that. Okay, so we polished a few spots, some blemishes, and now the next thing we're going to do is use our panel prep spray. This is superior to alcohol, IPA wipe down. It does a better job. It removes oils and contaminants from the surface, so it's the barest paint that we possibly can before the ceramic coating. It's probably the most important step in the whole process. A lot of people think it's polishing, but it's actually this panel prep spray. And so this spray we have is really strong and really expensive. And so all we got to do is spray it into the towel and wipe it on the panel. Now, some panel prep sprays, some of the different panel prep sprays, you're gonna wanna spray liberally onto the panel and then wipe off, but this one's a little bit stronger. So we actually don't wanna do that with this particular spray. Okay, the next thing you see me doing here is ceramic coating the wheels, and it's gonna make these tedious wheels a lot easier to clean. After this, you're gonna see me, I'm gonna ceramic coat the windshield, which will help repel water, and also bug guts will be easier to clean off the windshield. All right, check out this awesome finished product. Let me know in the comments how you think we did.